What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. So it's the Newcastle versus Chelsea match preview this Sunday from St James's Park. It's the last game of the season. I mean, where has the season gone? What a fantastic season it's been by the lads, to be safe with 5 games to go, knowing that we don't have to go to this game, knowing our Premier League status. The lads have dug in, and that's all thanks to the free signings in the January, because before the January we couldn't score goals, there was no direction going forward, and I want to give a lot of credit to Kennedy, really. Obviously, he won't be able to play against his parent club, but if it wasn't for his sort of know-how on the ball, his trickery, his skill, beating men at will, we wouldn't be where we are now. So this is a massive game for both clubs on Sunday, most notably for Chelsea. Chelsea have gotten a chance of getting into that top 4, but they are relying on Liverpool. If you look at the league table, Liverpool have got 2 points more than Chelsea. Chelsea have got to play us. Obviously, they'll want to come up and beat them. They've got to hope for Liverpool to lose against Brighton at Anfield, which I can't see happening. In the reverse fixture, Brighton lost at the MX heavily by Liverpool, so Liverpool will do them no favours at Anfield. Obviously, Brighton are safe, so I can't see Brighton rocking up to Anfield and getting a result. Even if Chelsea do beat us on Sunday, they've got to hope for Liverpool to lose, which, even if they draw or lose against Chelsea, against us, I can't see them getting the last Champions League spot. I think it's Liverpool's to lose. Going into this game, I think, going into this one, it's going to be a tough game. Again, Chelsea will want to come up and beat us. They'll have a game plan on Antonio Conte. You could say they might rest a few players for the FA Cup, but they will still look at it as a chance to try and get into the Champions League this season. We come off the back of 4 straight defeats, and that's not looking good for us. Since we were safe against Arsenal, we've looked bang average, really. I mean, you can take confidence from the last game against Tottenham and maybe Watford, but both games have been a bit strange. Watford, we were awful first half, good second half, but it was a total opposite against Tottenham. Decent in the first half, but didn't really take enough control in the second half, and Tottenham, ultimately punished us. And Chelsea will be the same as Tottenham. If you don't take your chances against the better off teams, they will punish you, and they don't need any warnings to do that. So Chelsea, let's look at them first. So Chelsea will want to prove the fans wrong that they're not on the beach just yet. They will try and battle for the Champions League spot. They lost. Well, I was going to say they lost. They drew 1-1 with Huddersfield at Stamford Bridge. They've got some really good players. So up front, you've got to look at Olivier Giroud, who they signed from Arsenal in the January. He's like your typical, bully striker. Really, he's very strong on the ball. He's not exactly pacey, but he's very good at holding the ball up. He's like Alexander Mitrovic. He can score. He knows where the net is. If he's not playing a 1-2 with someone and finishing, he's very good in the air as well. If you put a corner in or like a set piece, he's there to finish on his head. So we've got to be wary of that. On the wings, you look at Victor Moses. He's been great this season under Conte. He's been a rejuvenated player. And then you look at Hazard as well. Brilliant player, unbelievable. One of the best wingers in the Premier League. You got Willian as well. They've got talent in abundance. You look at Fabregas in the middle as well, and Pedro. It's going to be so hard to deal with. And then obviously look at the back 4. You got the likes of Cahill, Courtois. So they're not short of talent, and that's what they've got. As a squad. So it's going to be a tough old afternoon for us to try and deal with their threat, because I expect Chelsea to have a lot more of the possession. It's up to us to soak up the pressure in the first half, because I expect Chelsea to to play around with, to try and get that first goal, because they will believe that they have every chance of getting something at St James's Park. Now, you look at us. I think Rafa Benitez will obviously make a couple of changes. Kennedy will not be playing in this game, as it's his parent club. So I expect someone like Murphy maybe to come back in. He might even shuffle the formation. Gale hasn't exactly been amazing this season, but we haven't got anybody up front to replace him. So except for Hoslu, but Hoslu isn't great either. So I expect Gale to start again. Perez is in good form at the moment. He was a bit unlucky against Tottenham. Scored a really good goal against Watford, so obviously that's a no-brainer to keep him in. The midfield, you expect Giorgio Shelvey and Mo Diarmi to start. They've been brilliant, especially Diarmi, man. What a last 6 months of the season he's had. A player who you'd expect not to be, a player at Newcastle at the end of the season is, probably got himself into the starting 11 for next season as well. So then Richie will obviously come in as usual. Played against Tottenham last game. Richie, he's one of those players who you can't keep out the team for long. He works hard. He's dedicated. You can play Richie in the number 10. You wouldn't really go amiss. So they're players that Chelsea will need to watch out for. Then obviously your back 4 picks itself. You've got Paul Dummett, DeAndre Yedlin, Jamal Lascelles and Florian Rejoun. They've been decent of late, but they need to communicate a lot more on Sunday as we're playing against Chelsea. And in goal would be Dubravka. Again, you've got to pay £4 million for him in the summer. That's a no-brainer for me. He's one of the best keepers that I've seen in a long time at Newcastle. He's very commanding in his box. his positioning's good. He's not scared to to commit himself. So that's what you've got to do. You've got to have a goalkeeper that can do that, can talk, and yeah, you settled on Newcastle, Tyneside. So you've got to sign him for me, and then obviously we've just got to try and soak up the pressure and try and deal with Chelsea's threats. I think it'll be a tough game on Sunday, and we've got to try and not end the season on a whimper. We've lost the last 4 games, and we lost against West Brom 1-0 at home as well. So we'll want to try and end the season on a high. There'll be 52,000 fans there on Sunday, and we've got to try and stay in the game and try and get a positive result. A draw is not the worst result in the world, but in terms of a prediction, I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle because of who we are and what we're trying to achieve, and there's top 10 to play for as well. Not to forget, if we can get the top 10, that'd be brilliant. But it's out of our hands really, because there's a clutch of teams that could get top 10 as well. A draw isn't the worst result in the world. It might not get with top 10, but again, it's all stacked against us. So let's just try and have a good game. Stick with it. Stick with the players, even when things are going badly, and just get behind the lads as well. Give them one last push, and hopefully we'll try and get a result at the the final game of the season. And also be nice just to have a nice send off as well. Last game of the season. So I'm a bit gutted it's the last game of the season. The season's now ending, but it's nice to know that we're going to be a Premier League club next season as well. So anyway, thanks very much for watching the preview. If you've enjoyed the content over the course of the season, don't forget to check along back. I obviously will be back with a review in the next day or two to review the game. I'll also be doing a season review as well at the end of the season, and just looking back in general. So if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to 100% NUFC. Try and get the subscribe rate up as well. And yeah, leave us all your comments down below as well, and enjoy the game on Sunday. How are the lads?